Hello, and welcome back to another episode of The Good, the Bad, the Sports. Let's jump right in to today's good news. For the good news today, we head over to the WNBA for the first look on The Good, the Bad, the Sports of the WNBA, where the Las Vegas Aces, a very dominant and overpowering team, led by star player A'ja Wilson. Now, and I think she's one of the greatest players in WNBA history. She's just so freaking insane and dominant. She's insane. And they took on the Phoenix Mercury. Now, the Las Vegas Aces have won 2 out of 3 titles coming into this series, and they're looking for the third in 4 years. The Las Vegas Aces not only beat the Phoenix Mercury, but they swept them, making it their third win in the WNBA Finals in 4 years. Yes, 3 for 4. Dominant performance from the Las Vegas Aces, led by their star player and center, A'ja Wilson. Now for today, I wanted to give an honorable mention for the good news. Now, you might have heard about the Detroit Tigers versus Seattle Mariners. They were in Game 5 of the ALDS, so a winner-go-home for both teams. It was an action-packed, well, not really action, low-scoring pitcher's duel, where the one team was on top, then the next team took the lead, and ultimately, it was a 15-inning game. Yes, 15 innings, you've heard that. That's a historic moment in sports and for baseball, because that's the longest a winner-go-home playoff game has made it. And that resulted in a Mariners 3-2 win, and they will be taking on the Toronto Blue Jays, who beat the New York Yankees in the ALCS.
That will do it. That's 3 of a kind for the Las Vegas Aces. WNBA champions for the third time in 4 years. A dynasty declared.
Now, let's move on to today's bad news. Now, for the bad news, we have a pretty crazy story. The NHL hockey season, as I mentioned in my last episode, has just begun, and the Detroit Red Wings were booed last season in their home opener or season opener, and now they got booed again by their fans in the season opener. It's only the first game of a big NHL season, and they're already been booed. The team lost 5-1 in their season opener. Now they look to bounce back this year, but already being booed by their home fans in Game 1 of the season. Looking forward to seeing what will happen, if they'll turn the season around or if the fans will continue to boo them out of their own stadium after poor performances. Because like I said, last year they lost and got booed in their season opener.
Raymond decider to Raymond. Teams are battling in the Atlantic Division, which could very well be the toughest in the league. Kirby Dach gets ridden to the boards as this game comes to its conclusion. All Montreal, they win by 4.
For the big sports topic of today, we take a look at one of the most controversial issues in the NFL. You might have heard of it as the tush push. Now, let me fill you in on what the tush push is. The tush push was created by the Philadelphia Eagles, and it's where Jalen Hurts, the Eagles quarterback, is pushed from the back by his halfback and tight end, and they literally push him forward, and they normally do this in the goal line or like 4th and 1, 3rd and 1, and it's almost unstoppable. For example, on Thursday Night Football, I saw them do it 4 times in a row against the Giants. The Giants did somehow stop it once, but not the other 3 times. And eventually, Jalen Hurts found the end zone. It's wild. However, the most controversial part about this is the O-line has been seen going before the ball has been snapped, meaning this would be a false start and this is illegal. However, they have not been caught by the refs. Like last week when they did it, one of the times, the right guard, which is right next to the center on the right, moved early and to try and block and get good position to push the defenders back. And the ref did not see this and did not call it. And keep in mind, once the play's been run, the refs can't call a flag after the next play's been done. So they just get away with it every time. Let me know what you guys think. And like I said before, this is the most, if not one of the most controversial, if not the most controversial in the NFL right now, and in all of sports, quite frankly. But let me know what you guys think. And now the moment we've all been waiting for. The week 6 of the NFL is about to start. And we have our picks for this week. So, as we saw the Giants-Eagles on Thursday Night Football, a really shocking upset. The Giants beat the Eagles. Now that's the second straight week the Eagles have lost. And if we remember, the Eagles should have lost to the Rams. They just somehow blocked 2 kicks. I don't even know how that's possible. But yeah, that happened. Jets-Broncos. Jets. I think if the Jets play well, it'll be the Jets. Seahawks-Jaguars. The Seahawks are playing pretty well. Sam Darnold's playing very well. Jags are okay. The Chargers-Dolphins. The Chargers should win this one. Wow, that was a really bad circle. Sorry about that, guys. But yeah, the Chargers should beat the Dolphins, and pretty comfortably. Rams-Ravens. Rams should win that one. The Ravens are just playing really bad this year. It is a must-win game for the Ravens, though. Cardinals-Colts. Colts looking like arguably the best offense in the league right now. Maybe oh my god, I can't think of them. The Lions, sorry. The Lions. But Colts should win that one. Then we got Cowboys-Panthers. Cowboys, they play no defense, but they score a million, bajillion, quadrillion points. Then we have Patriots-Saints. Patriots should win that one. The Saints are just pretty awful. Browns-Steelers. Probably the Steelers. The Browns just not great on offense. Not great. Pretty good on defense, but just the offense isn't there. Maybe if Dylan Gabriel can try and keep playing decent, they can do well. Then we have Titans-Raiders. Wow, that is a terrible matchup. Maybe I'm gonna go with Titans. Cam Ward, let's go. Get your first win, Cam Ward. You got this. 49ers-Buccaneers. I'm going McCaffrey and the 49ers. McCaffrey's just so clutch for them. Even though Emeka Egbuka, I think that's how you pronounce his name. Everyone says it differently. But Emeka Egbuka and Baker Mayfield and the Buccaneers have been playing well. I do think the 49ers should win that game. Bengals-Packers. Bengals, pretty bad offense, pretty bad defense, just not great overall. And now they got Joe Flacco, thinking that's going to make a big difference now. Lions-Chiefs. Let's see. Lions. The Lions are just so explosive on offense. Bills-Falcons. Bills, big upset from the Patriots last week, but they're going to bounce back and win on Monday Night Football. Bears-Commanders. Commanders win that one. The shocker was Jacory Cross-Merritt. I think that is it. He was a shocker. He had a big game last week and maybe another big game now with Jaden Daniels back in command for the Commanders. Yeah, look at that. No pun intended. All right. These are all my picks for Week 6 of the NFL. Let me know what you guys think. And today, to wrap up today's episode of The Good, the Bad, the Sports, I'm going to be adding a little piece. I'm going to actually tell you about we're going to go back a week, and I'm going to discuss my predictions and say whether I was correct or not. Let's see how I do, and I can compare each week if I do better or worse than the previous week. So, let's see. Vikings-Browns. I was just watching my previous episode and seeing who I predicted, so I know what I had, so I'm not making stuff up. Vikings-Browns. I did, in fact, have the Vikings. Yay, we're starting off 1-0. Cowboys-Jets, 2-0. I did have the Cowboys. Giants-Saints, surpriser. I did not have the Saints. I did have the Giants. I was going with Jackson Dart in that game, but it was the Saints who prevailed. So we are 2-1 right now. And Colts-Raiders, I obviously had the Colts, so 3-1. Panthers-Dolphins. I did have the Dolphins in that game, but the Panthers did make a massive comeback. I think it was 17-0 they were down by and came back. Bryce Young, Tetero, McMillan, man, great big game last week. So that puts us at 3-2, and now we're about to be 3-3. Who knew the Broncos were going to pull it out against the Eagles? The Eagles just blew that game big time. Now I'm 3-4. Uh-oh, this is not going well. 3-4. Jeez. Ravens got absolutely demolished by the Texans. It was just literally a bloodbath. Yeah, no. So we're 3-4 right now, and now we're 3-5. I had the Cardinals over the Titans. Cam Ward got his first win. Not good. 3-6 now. I had the Seahawks over the Buccaneers. Please do not make fun of me. I'm sorry. I'm predicting, and my predictions are just not good this week. 3-6. Yay, 4-6 now. Lions, Bengals, pretty big margin right there. What are we? 3-6? 4-6 now, and now we are 4-7. Who would have thought the Chargers getting absolutely destroyed by Jaden Daniels and the Commanders? So now we are 4-7, 4-8. Beside the Bills. Who would have thought that was a big upset? 4-8, and we are ending off this video 4-9. Like last week's predictions. Not a good prediction week for week 5 of the NFL. But don't worry, week 6, I have my good predictions. I have faith that we're going to have a winning record in predictions. That's all for today's episode of the Good, the Bad, the Sports. Thank you for watching.